ES Audio.
Hi, I'm John Weeks, and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, is social media becoming people's main news source? But first, Chinese tech giant Baidu is taking the autonomous vehicle game to the next level. It's revealed pictures of a new fully electric, fully autonomous taxi, which it plans to roll out across the country. The Apollo RT6 comes with a detachable steering wheel, which Baidu says will free up room for extra seats, as well as things like vending machines and gaming consoles. And it'll have dramatically lower production costs than those already on the market, with each vehicle costing around £31,000. The firm says the new car could cut taxi fares in the country by half. The CEO and president of AI enterprise company Amelia says artificial intelligence can eventually achieve sentience.
AI is starting to approach that level of sentience where it can start to learn progressively, and inductive learning is the key, by the way.
That's Chetan Dubey, the man behind the firm, which creates AI that can carry out tasks like IT service help, HR services, and customer support for businesses in banking, insurance, and telecoms. He explained why their AI, called Amelia, is so impressive.
Amelia is designed from day one to approach human levels of comprehension. Yesterday, Amelia fielded 16 points superior in NPS to humans. Now that is sentient. If you're really exceeding humans' levels of customer satisfaction, then you are approaching that sentient boundary.
But Chetan is well aware of the importance of building ethics into high-performance AI like Amelia, and said there needs to be a focus on doing that now.
Who's in the driver's seat is the main question. Man better be in the driver's seat. And man better be the one that is actually programmatically enforcing ethics and values as dictated by a consortium of intelligent, humane society into these AI machines.
Tesla's metallic, angular-looking electric Cybertruck is going to start being delivered to customers next summer. That's according to boss Elon Musk, who told investors the company hopes to start delivering the Cybertruck in the middle of next year. The truck was first announced back in 2019, and production was set to begin in 2021, but was then pushed back by the company. So far, though, it hasn't been plain sailing for the Cybertruck. At its launch event, a supposedly super strong window smashed on stage when it was hit with a metal ball, and there's been questions around how its single wiper blade is supposed to clear the huge windscreen. Elsewhere, Tesla is causing a stir in the world of crypto. Bitcoin lost 0.5% overnight after the tech firm said it had sold about 75% of its holdings of the token. The cryptocurrency dropped to just under £19,500 after the news, but it did rebound later. Elon said the move shouldn't be taken as some verdict on Bitcoin. NASA has reported the James Webb Telescope suffered significant, uncorrectable damage to one of its panels after being hit by a micrometeoroid back in May. Its sensors have detected 6 deformations on the telescope's primary mirror panels, which it uses to stare deep into space. Fortunately, though, NASA has said the telescope's performance is continuing to exceed expectations, but the damage does fundamentally reduce the accuracy of the data collected. Experts are now slightly more worried about the impact future micrometeoroid strikes could have on the telescope. Now, Minecraft has announced it will not allow NFTs in the game. Mojang Studios said the use of non-fungible tokens doesn't align with the game's values of creative inclusion and playing together. The company said NFTs are not inclusive of all our community and create a scenario of the haves and the have-nots. It also said Minecraft had intrinsic value, and there had been instances where NFTs were sold at artificially or fraudulently inflated prices. Let's go to the ads now. Coming up, do you trust the news you see on social media? Why not hit follow and give us a rating in the meantime? Welcome back. It looks like Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok are now most teenagers' go-to places to get their news. Ofcom's latest report into news consumption has found those 3 social media platforms were the most popular news sources for 12 to 15-year-olds for the first time. The regulator said Instagram was the most popular with young people and was used by 29% of teenagers. But trust in social media news sources varies. Half of YouTube and Twitter users think they provide trustworthy news stories, but fewer than a third of teenagers actually trust TikTok's news content. UK cybersecurity experts reckon there are ways to detect child sexual abuse material online within encrypted messages, while also protecting user privacy at the same time. Experts from GCHQ and the National Cybersecurity Centre have put together a report which they say they hope will end the debate around end-to-end encrypted platforms and child online safety. Some of their ideas include storing digital fingerprints of known abuse material on a user's device so that it can detect it, or using AI to scan for language in the text, which could indicate a link to child sexual abuse. But they have acknowledged there are flaws in their proposals, and they'll need more work before they're feasible. And finally, for the first time in 70 years, cheetahs will roam the forests of India. The country's indigenous breed of the wildcats was declared officially extinct back in 1952, but now 7 are being brought back to a national park in the country. The species was wiped out in India because of a combination of hunting, habitat loss, and food scarcity. India's Environment Ministry said the project is designed to establish a viable cheetah metapopulation in the country that allows the animal to perform its functional role as a top predator. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Leader podcast, where we bring you the latest news from the Evening Standard in London. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. See you then.